everyone, I am Vibrant Echo of Bushwhack TV, and I'm going to make on this YouTube channel at the moment, this is going to be part of my FIFA career mode videos. I'm going to essentially set up a new career mode and record everything I do, speak through as much as possible explaining what I do, and then playing through the actual career mode like I would if I was on my own, apart from with you guys. So, just a bit of history. I have played quite a bit of FIFA career mode so far on this FIFA, and I have two career modes. You can see Tom's Villa, Tom's Real. That's my name, Tom. I'll just show you quickly. Both of these career modes were played on Legendary, and if I go to my career here, you'll see that I am pretty far in the future. If I click that way, I'm in 2022-23. You'll see here I played 455 games, won 231, drawn 116 and lost 108. So it's not too bad considering it was against Legendary from the start. All the games are played on 4 minutes a half, and I've won a fair amount of stuff. I believe not anything that season yet, but not even the season before, but that season I did win the Champions League and also came second in the league. I never managed to win the league title on this. In previous seasons I've also won the Europa League and a couple of other titles. I think this season, yep, I won the Domestic Cup, and then that season I believe it was the Europa League. But I'm kind of getting results, but there are also some bad times. Before I was Udinese's manager, if I go back here, yeah, you'll see Stoke. I got them to 5th, but they were taken over by a oil giant or someone with loads of money, and they threw loads of money at me. I didn't do so well, but I didn't do too badly either, but they sacked me when I was 5th, and I'd saved them from relegation the season before, so I was a bit miffed. And then obviously before Stoke I was in charge of Villa, who I actually support in real life, and they sacked me after a couple of seasons in charge, and again league position 5th. So clearly if I come 5th in this career mode I will probably get sacked. I'm not going to replay any matches to stop myself getting sacked. If things go badly, they'll go badly. I'll talk through why they go badly, probably with more profane language than I'm using now at the time, and I'll see where it goes. I like setting up all my own tactics and just trying to put a style on whatever club I make. So I will talk you through the tactics I'm going to use for the career mode when I get to it, but this career mode will be using Tottenham. I thought about Villa, but it's a little bit tricky from the beginning. I thought we want to try and aim for Champions League football in the first season, and I thought that's perfectly what Tottenham have. They've got some young players, they've got some older players as well, so there's a good balance, so you can manage the squad through the season. And I also think they've got the perfect group of players for the way I want to set the team up in the Barclays Premier League. So if I just go to new career now, obviously a manager's career, and then go to Tottenham, you'll see here they've got pretty good defence in midfield, and then their attack is better than average. It's in dollars at the moment, I will change it to pounds, but the goalkeeper's good. They've got some improving players about like Walker, who's obviously going to get back, who's quite young. Vertonghen, I'm probably going to play at centre-back and buy in a decent left-back. Dawson, a little bit old, might be slow. I don't know how to pronounce the other centre-back or how good he is because he joined them in the summer. I like their midfield setup, Sandro, Paulinho, also like Dembele, they've got Sigurdsson. I would probably drop Townsend for Lamela, because I personally think he's better, even though Townsend is playing very well at the moment, and I'll probably swap Holtby for Ericsson. But apart from that, the squad will probably stay the same, although the formation will change. As you see, match difficulty is going to be Legendary. Financial Strictness I'm going to put on Moderate, I think. I'm going to go in between the two. I'm going to go on to Sterling, and I will also set up European competition in the first year. This does make it a little bit harder. Say if you're Tottenham, you're not in the Champions League, you've got more fixtures in the Europa League, which I admit some people don't see as important, but I do want to try and win it. I think it's an important competition for teams who, if they want to, say in real life, make the jump to becoming a Champions League club, you do need to get used to playing 2 games every week, and I think the same applies to my Tottenham side. They need to get used to playing 2 games every week, and also I need to manage the squad. I'm going to download the latest squads. I'm not going to go through the global transfer tutorial. I will talk through that, and I do want the first transfer window on, as I always like to add a couple of my own players to any side that I take over. Now, while it downloads the updates, I'll just wait here, I suppose. Waiting for the updates. Okay. Right, well, what am I going to go, what? Echo. Bushwhack TV. England, shirt and tie, navy. Let's be a regular body type. Thin in real life, but I think if I'm gonna make sure these players listen to me and all my ideas I have to say, I need to be a bit bigger, impose myself on the dressing room somewhat. Okay, and there you get your press announcement of what's happening. Go. Right, okay, so here we go. Here's your main screen whenever you get onto a FIFA career mode video. You've got your news, what's going on. You can just bring that up and look through if there's any transfers going on. So here it's got Spurs complete Eric Lamela signing, which is obviously the club I'm at the moment. You've got Advance, which is the same as it was before, apart from now you just get a little calendar below it. And obviously the current league tables, and it gives you another snippet of news there. And you've also got Global Transfer Network, which is a new feature to this game, and it's one that I like quite a bit, but a couple of my friends don't like it because they enjoy just searching for the players they want to buy. Say they like Lewandowski, who plays for Borussia Dortmund, they'll just search for Lewandowski and buy him, but they'll be able to see his rating and all his stats. Those stats are now hidden, and you have to get scouts to go find out how good each of those players are. Squad. You've essentially got your club squad, national team squad, all on one nice screen now. I may, if there's a nice national team offer, take over a national team, but at the moment I'm probably going to leave it. There's a quick button to get straight to formations and do quick tactics and custom tactics straight from this screen. There's also squad report, the same as before. Essentially tells you how all your players are, and it gives you a better overlay of individual stats. So there's how many games they played, obviously played none, start the season. And here are all their attributes laid out quite neatly. Obviously, he's going to be rubbish at everything apart from goalkeeping, but he is very good at goalkeeping. I do like Hugo Lloris. There's team management. I'm going to go into that later after I've gone through the other screens. There's transfers. Again, Global Transfer Network is here. Finances, how much money I've got to spend. You can edit this. You can move this splitter either side. Say you want more money for, say you're going for an older player who's only going to cost you £10 million, but he's very good. So he's going to ask for a huge wage packet. You can edit that to suit your needs as and when. Search for players is the same as it was before, but if I quickly show you, let's go for a Villa player. Let's go for Benteke. If I search for him, it will come up, and I can click on here, and apparently it knows almost everything about him. Okay, I get all his stats. That's a bad example. Actually, no, it's a good example. Essentially, if you're in the league as the same league as other clubs, you will get to know these players without even needing scouts. Essentially, because you're in close proximity to them. So you're going, okay, well, we play against Villa every week. Benteke's been at Villa for a season. We know what his strengths and weaknesses are. However, if I were to search for a lesser-known player, say Derm, who is a young player at Borussia Dortmund, and I click on him, you will see now I actually get the sprint speed and the acceleration, all the different stats I will go on this screen to show it, between two brackets. And this works the same as the old youth system did, where you essentially get to see an approximation of where this player might be. So you see it's all goes for all of them. But if I go down to this guy, I probably don't know anything about him yet. You'll see now, you'll just see acceleration has a tick box. So we know acceleration is one of his better stats, but we don't actually know how good or how bad that particular stat is for this player. And that is essentially where your scouts come in. Sell players is the same as before. Transfer negotiation stays the same. And scout instructions is part of the new Global Transfer Network system. but I will explain that in the next one. You still got request funds. If you normally can't use it in the first transfer window, but if you're doing well in the second transfer window, you can ask the board for extra money. I'll just quickly bring the screen up and say, oh, I go, okay, I've done well, I want to win the title, and for that I want an extra £10 million. I'm not going to send that, they'll say no. Contracts of all your players. Youth staff is the same as before. You get your 3 scouts that you can send out. And judgment is essentially how good the players they'll find are, and experience is how many of those players they'll find. And you can send them off to various parts of the world to get you a bigger youth squad. And then finally season shows you all the stats, so you can look up silly new menu system. It's very nice, but sometimes you do end up flicking between panels when you don't mean to. But yep, so you got your calendar, you got team stats of all the other teams, player stats, and you can also look at the other league positions, which was in the other FIFA but slightly harder to find. FIFA 13 that is. And then finally you got your office with your inbox. In my inboxes I've got my Dear Mr. Bushwhack TV. They essentially want me to have a cup run and get to the semi-final. In England, that works as I could either get to the semi-final of the Carling Cup or the semi-final of the FA Cup, and they accept both now, at least what I've found from my Villa career and my brief Stoke career. Important transfer information essentially is based on form, so if I've got a player who's playing really well and he's young, he might go up from, I might be able to get 20 odd million for him instead of 10 million. If he's playing badly, maybe the club that wants to buy him will only offer 12. This guy is going to introduce me and take me to all the scouts and introduce a global transfer network. And then the league objective, they want me to get to the Champions League, which is obviously what I said at the beginning. I want to push for that Champions League, and if things go well, which I don't think they will, but they might do, then we can push for the league title. But the English league is rather tricky with massive, big spending sides. I suppose Spurs did spend a lot this summer, but I mean over a longer period of time, Chelsea, Man City have spent more money, not Arsenal, even though they did buy Ozil this summer. I'm going to leave it here, guys. That's just a basic introduction. Next time I'm going to go through my team tactics and talk through all the different reasons why I want players in my squad and certain players I don't want in my squad. And I'm also going to cover the global transfer network, and I will also make a couple of bids for new signings. But I hope this is a nice introduction. For games, I will do highlights of every game every game I play. If that gets a bit much, I may just cut it down to important games, and they will be uploaded separately to these videos, so you can quickly watch the games, or you can just come watch here and watch me go through all the management side of things. If there's a really important game, I might just add it to this video and edit around a bit. Sorry this one's been quite long and just a bit of a basic introduction, but the next one will have sort of a lot more facts about FIFA and not so many facts about what I've done and me just talking gibberish for a long period of time. Thank you very much. I'll catch you guys next time.